Hello guys, welcome back Scoundrels, welcome back if you're a returning Scoundrel to the Scoundrels Den. I have no catchphrase for you because unfortunately I'm just terrible like that. What we're going to be doing today is looking at champions on Wild Rift that I think are must-buys for newer players. We're going to go through 10 champions, 2 in each role, that I would say are absolute must-buys if you are looking to take that role seriously or you're looking to take Wild Rift seriously and you want to get a champion that's pretty much good straight away. So that's what this is going to be about. And just to show you that I truly believe in what I'm saying, I've got 12,000 wild cores that I purchased, and I'm actually going to go ahead and buy those champions too. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel too. Let's dive straight in to the Baron lane, or if you're coming from League of Legends, not Wild Rift, we're in Wild Rift. If you're coming from League of Legends, that is the equivalent to the top lane. So let's start there, and we can buy 2 champions that I think are particularly good in that particular role. First up is Camille. Camille is absolutely insane in this game, and if you are at all interested in playing the Baron lane or a solo lane, Camille is incredibly strong. So I would thoroughly recommend players that are looking to take this game relatively. I didn't even realize if you twist your phone, it kind of twists the background, which is kind of off-putting if I just want to have my phone straight. So I'm going to put my phone on the desk so it doesn't do that. That's crazy. Yes, Camille, I would absolutely 100% recommend unlocking Camille because she is incredibly strong and she is a great Baron lane player. She's a little bit hard to play. She can be quite difficult to get your head around, but once you put the time in with her, she'll carry you through a lot of the games. Let's go on to my second champion for the Baron lane. My second pick would be Malphite. Malphite is incredibly strong, and I think he's got a lot of flexibility. You can play him both support, although I'm not sure your AD carry would like it if you played him support, but you can. You can play him top lane and even play him in the jungle if you really wanted to. He's very, very low difficulty. He's got very, very clear kit. His ultimate is one of the best engaging tools in the game. So I would thoroughly recommend Malphite if you're interested in a top laner that can be a little different to Camille. He's not a split pusher, but you can play him as a burst-heavy AP mage, or you can play him as a tank. And just to follow up on that, I'm going to unlock Malphite. Unfortunately, I had to cut the animation short because someone invited me into a game in the middle of the animation. Kind of ruined the video a little bit. It is going to be Malphite, though, taking him as my second champion for the Baron lane. Okay, in the jungle, Lee Sin, absolutely 100% one of the best champions in the game right now. He's a little bit adjusted from his PC version where you can use his shield, safeguard, anywhere. You don't need to jump to an allied minion, you don't need to jump to a ward or an allied champion. You can safeguard anywhere, and actually if you safeguard onto an enemy, you get the shield. His mobility is super high, his playmaking is super high, his difficulty is fairly high as well, but with the auto-aim feature, he does have a little bit more accessibility than maybe he does on the PC. Lee Sin is an absolute must-buy if you're taking the jungle seriously in Wild Rift. Choosing a second jungler was hard because, honestly, Lee Sin just completely obliterates every other jungler in the game. But my second choice would be Graves. I think he's a pretty strong jungler. He offers a different playstyle to Lee Sin. He's more farm-heavy, he can clear camps more quickly, and he becomes really strong in the mid to late game and has a couple of build paths that really work for him. So I really love Graves, and I'm going to unlock him for the jungle role. In the mid lane, I'm starting off with probably the best mid laner in the game, even though the ability haste changes have nerfed him ever so slightly. Zed is still incredibly strong. I am unlocking Zed just because I think is the strongest mid laner all round. He's got great roam potential. His ultimate with the auto aim ability just means you're able to one-shot pretty much anybody. So if you're a Zed fan, then rejoice because he is very good in Wild Rift and he's my first recommendation for the mid lane. Now my second choice, because you get RE for free, my second choice would be Twisted Fate in the mid lane. He is flexible, he has a couple of build paths, AD Twisted Fate works really well in Wild Rift, and he can influence the map, which is very important because obviously you want to be able to help your teammates win. And so therefore his ultimate ability is very good at getting into those side lanes and influencing the map from the mid lane without having to walk there. So I would thoroughly recommend Twisted Fate as a good pick for climbing ranks with relative ease. In the AD carry role, this is an absolute no-brainer for me. It is Kai'Sa. She is undoubtedly the best AD carry in the meta right now. Even with the nerfs to her mana regeneration, she can go a very strong build path that does not rely too much on her abilities. Kai'Sa is, in my opinion, just straight up the best AD carry. Alongside some of the other ones, Jhin and Ezreal are both good, but I just loved Kai'Sa. I think she is just the champion that I'm going to be spamming the most. I know she's free currently this week on Europe. Okay, I keep getting people add me to game while I'm trying to record this video, and it's really annoying. Yes, Kai'Sa is fantastic. Buy Kai'Sa. My second choice, purely from a solo carry perspective, is Ezreal. He did get nerfed pretty heavily on the last patch, but he is still strong, and he can still solo carry games. There was a bit of a choice between him and Jhin for me for this second spot, but I just think, for the most part, if you're playing solo, Ezreal has got a better chance of carrying because of his mobility and the build path that allows him to play a bit safer with Iceborne Gauntlet. That, to me, just makes Ezreal the more powerful pick as a solo player in the AD carry role. So I would thoroughly recommend Ezreal over the other AD carries if you're looking to get an early arsenal for your AD carry role.
Wait, where are we going?
Support is a little different because you already own Blitzcrank, and I think he's one of the better ones. But I would recommend getting Seraphine. Seraphine is, in my opinion, just the best support, but like hands down, if you're able to dodge Blitzcrank hooks, then Seraphine is the best support. She's so incredibly good, and also can be played mid in certain scenarios too. Her AP build path just does so much damage also, so I would definitely recommend Seraphine. Definitely unlock her if you're a support player. She's one of the best supports in the game right now. Bit of a change of pace. The next support that I'd recommend is Alistar. He's someone that counters Blitzcrank. If you're going up into a Blitzcrank player, then Alistar is a pretty good response to that. He's got great engage potential. He's really naturally tanky through his abilities. And I just think it's a little different playstyle to the one that Seraphine offers. So having an Alistar and a Seraphine in your kit is going to give you multiple forms of support playstyle. And Alistar is very strong. Very, very strong in the right hands. So Alistar would be my choice of support pick if I was going to be picking up any supports to play. And that's my 10 champions that I would recommend buying if you are new to Wild Rift. Again, I think these are just the champions that are going to suit you well in the role and are going to be useful for you over the coming months as you start to level up your account. I believe what I said so much that I've actually invested the wild cause to buy these champions myself as well. There are other champions. I might have recommended Darius if he was available, but he's not quite available yet, but I will be buying Darius when he becomes available. Akali is good, but she does require quite a lot of skill to play, so you just have to be aware of that. But there are other champions that I think, as you get more used to the roles that you might want to look into, and I'll do tier lists, obviously, to make sure you're aware of the best champions in the game. But these are my 10 starter champions that I would recommend playing if you are new to Wild Rift and you want to get to grips with them in your role ASAP. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful for new players to understand which champions are worth unlocking to begin with, alongside the ones that you do get for free. I do need to try and find out where those rewards are. Where are the level 7 rewards? Okay, you get Vi, you get Nasus, you get Lux, you get Janna. I think that's it. Janna's the last one you unlock. So all of those are good unlocks. Janna, especially in the support role, is pretty solid because she just got buffed massively. But anyway, I digress. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to subscribe, drop me a like and a comment which champions that you feel are best for new players. If you disagreed with what I've kind of suggested, I know I've suggested some champions that are hard to play, like Lee Sin, but I do believe if you put the time and effort into learning them, they're the champions that are going to help you climb the ranks as quickly as possible, but also just get into the game as well. Like really just love the game and understand the game to the best of its ability. Cool, guys. I will see you soon.